What's up, guys? We have a Valentine's Day gift from Second Dinner and OTA. Let's jump in. I do think that this week's OTA is pretty straightforward. Okay, so Doom 2099 goes from a 4-2 to a 4-3. The Doom bots goes from a 4-2 to a 4-1. Their explanation is that Doom has been a top performing card since release. Okay, and I do think so. Okay, I do think so because we see it being meshed with so many different shells. The War Machine shell, the Scream shell, okay, and it's kind of it can be kind of sickening to see Doom 2099 being played like this. The change effectively makes it more difficult for Doom 2099 to be played recklessly, because in the past you can just play your cards anywhere, everywhere, because hey, look, my Doom bots are 4-2, they get boosted, so I have a ton of 4-2 on the bots, on the bot, they all get boosted, so I don't really care. I can just play whatever cards wherever. I don't really, I'm not really bothered. And that's what made Doom 2099 so effective to, just slot in. Okay, because with Scream deck, you're pulling your opponent's card everywhere, you're messing around with their plan. And Doom 2099 says, well, just do whatever you want. I'll help you to, fill the box with 4-2s that gain power everywhere. So it's, while you're messing up people's game plan, you are just chilling because you know that you have something that creates bots everywhere, and these bots get boosted, and you have a very good spread of power across the board. Now you no longer have that, so you cannot play as recklessly. So I do think that this is a step in the correct direction in terms of trying to make Doom 2099 seems a little bit more fair. The second change is Weaken. Weaken goes from 4-7 to 4-6. I do think that this is a fair change. Weaken started off slow. Weaken definitely started off slow on release. I think a lot of people are saying that Weaken isn't good, Weaken doesn't look good, it's difficult to trigger Weaken. A lot of people have been trying to play Weakens with lots of ones, trying to mash him with Quicksilver, Domino, and stuff like that. But overall, as time passed, I think we realized that Weaken is actually a very, very flexible card. Okay, and there are many other ways to play Weaken as well. For example, Weaken Bounce is a thing. Okay, and it's scary because Bounce itself, if you are able to unload Bounce itself, even without the old Black Swan, even without Weaken, the amount of cards that you unload on the last turn is really very, very scary. And right now you have Weaken that allows you to unload another 2-1 cost, or unload something of a higher power. It's very, very scary. Okay, so Weaken Bounce is a thing. Weaken Thanos is also a thing. You play your stones on 1, 2, 3. On 4 you weaken. On 5 on turn 5 and 6 you can really unload a lot of things. Okay, if you have reduced the cost of your Thanos, you can play Thanos and play Thanos with Gore, Thanos with with other variations. You can play your Mockingbird with other things, with Thanos, with Gore. Okay, considering that you have a cheaper Mockingbird, you can mix and match things like that. So Weaken has low-key been very, very good. Weaken has low-key also been a very, very flexible card if you were to ask me. This nerf is definitely reasonable. Next up, we have Surtur going from a 3-4 to a 3-5, but only able to gain power twice a game. Okay, look, I am not surprised that Surtur decks got nerfed. I'm just surprised it got nerfed this week, considering that Tethers is the spotlight card for this week. Okay, this change still enables a free scar if you manage to play 10 cost on 4 and 5. Okay, because with the old one, if you played a 10 power on 4 and 5, it goes to 310, so it still enables scar. This new one, if you played 10 power on 4 and 5, you are still going to go to 311. So in terms of enabling the free scar, it's still there. The difference is actually 2 power. It's actually a difference of 2 power into to Surtur. Okay, because if you are playing, if you are with the old Surtur, if you're playing a 10 power on 4, 5 and 6, this goes to +9, it goes to 13. Okay, but with the new Surtur, if you play on 4 and 5, alright, if you're able to trigger two times, you have 6, it goes to 11, 311. 311 versus 313, yup, it's a difference of 2 power. Is this a big enough nerf? Honestly, I don't think it's a big enough nerf. Okay, but it's a good start. It's a good start. Okay, because we don't want to just change the entire flow of it. And okay, so like what they said, we don't want to change the entire flow of it, we don't want to damage the entire flow of it. So yeah, a 2 power nerf to Surtur, I honestly don't think it will be a big, I honestly don't see these crippling Surtur decks much. But then again, I have no idea how to actually nerf Surtur decks because they just slap so much power. Okay, a 2 power nerf to Surtur, I don't think it's going to matter. Because if let's say you are playing a 10 power on 4, on 5 and 6, you might be able to play 2 10 power on 6 with Scar. Okay, so let's say you have a 10 power on one lane, you have a 10 power on another lane, you have Surtur at 11, that's 3 10 power or more on 3 lanes already. Okay, and if you are playing another 10 power on 5, that's 20 power in one lane. Okay, on 6, if you have a free Scar, you are able to play 2 10 costs. You have essentially 20 power across all 3 lanes. So yeah, 20 powers on all 3 lanes is not easy to match up, and that's why I think that Surtur getting a 2 power nerf isn't that huge a deal. But then again, there's really no way to to work around with Surtur, because it's basically just a huge power deck. So I guess this is a way to start, but I don't think Surtur decks are going to be less terrorizing. Scorpion goes from 2-2 to 2-3. Okay, they're saying that they're buffing Scorpion to take on Surtur decks. Okay, fair enough. But other than this take on Scorpion using to tag against Surtur, I think this is just a change that is about power crap, that's all. Sunspot goes from 1-0 to 1-1, blah blah blah. Okay, basically same thing, power crap. Okay, because Hydra Bob is a 1-4 that's yeah, 1-cost cards have been getting so strong, and I think that's the reason why Nebula is getting the series drop. Sarah goes from 5-4 to 5-5. Yeah, power crap again, that's all. Basically, that power crap. Okay, the thing about Sarah is, Sarah has fallen so out of favor. Okay, because if you are trying to ramp things up, Sarah is very very slow. Sarah is slow. In fact, Weaken. For a lot of decks, Weaken does the job even better if you're able to trigger it out. Adam Warlock goes to a new 2-0. After each turn, draw a card if you're winning here, otherwise +1 power. So if let's say you play Adam Warlock on 2, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Adam Warlock tops off at 2-5. A conditional 2-5. But if it doesn't grow, you draw a card, which is a nice trade-off. Off the top of my head, I think Adam Warlock is going to be cool, pretty cool with Agent Venom. If you play Agent Venom, Adam Warlocks become uh Adam Warlock will exceed the ceiling of, could potentially exceed the ceiling of 2-5, could you know, go to 2-6, 2-7, 2-8, which is very very cool. And if Adam Warlock doesn't grow, you draw a card, which is a fair trade-off, which is a great trade-off. Now I think most people will be seeing it as, you know, oh, I'm gonna draw a card. Otherwise my trade-off is I get a +1 power. But to me, I think it should be I think it should be kind of reversed. You should be playing the new Adam Warlock as Adam Warlock is going to grow 1 power, and if he doesn't, I'm going to draw a card. Alright, because honestly, I don't. It's going to be very difficult to win the location. It's going to be very difficult to win the location when you play a 2-0. You are adding 0 power, for goodness sake. It's very difficult to win that location. So I think in terms of perspective, you would be a lot happier if you see it as my Adam Warlock is going to gain 1 power, and if he doesn't, I'm going to draw a card, which is great. Alright, I think you'll be happier if you play Adam Warlock this way. I do think that Adam Warlock is going to replace some card in Agent Venom decks. Havoc, maybe replace Havoc. I have no idea. Probably it will probably replace Havoc because there is no downside compared to Havoc. Adam Warlock can be played anytime. Adam Warlock can be played on earlier turns, whereas you can't really do that with Havoc. Okay, the only difference is that Havoc is a effective turn 6 play, whereas Adam Warlock is a dead turn 6 play. But I do think in terms of overall flexibility, Adam Warlock is much higher than Havoc. So I see Adam Warlock replacing Havoc in Agent Venom decks. But that said, I'm free to play. I do not have Agent Venom. I still do not have Agent Venom. I have never played those decks before. So that is a disclaimer. Well, these are the gifts given to us from Second Dinner on Valentine's Day. For Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day everyone. Happy snapping.